Hey everyone, I'm your fave nurse B. So today I'm going to answer some questions. I put a post on my Facebook group, Your Fave Nurse B, and I asked you all just to ask me whatever questions that you wanted to know. So if you haven't got anything in yet and you still want me to answer your questions, keep posting them. I will be answering questions. I'll be doing videos like this like over and over, okay? So you can always put them in the comment section if you have questions. You can also DM me on my Instagram and Snapchat. I mostly can answer Instagram a lot faster, and then also you can email me as well. Okay, so let's get into these questions. I haven't looked at the questions yet. I wanted to be surprised. All right, so Raven said, what is the best way to pass Pharm and Med Surg? So I have videos on like study tips for these classes. It's all really, with pharmacology, it's really memorization. I will be doing a, a concept map for pharmacology. I'm not 100% sure if I want to just do like one based off a drug, or if I should make it like a whole series. Like I can do like the most common drugs and just keep doing concept maps off of each drug. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but like you can put a suggestion in the comment section how you think I should do it. But I am going to do one showing how to study pharmacology. But really, the thing that I did the most in pharmacology is I use this. So I use these Pharm Flash Cards. And it's really, really well organized based off the system. And on here, let's see, let me find a drug. So this has like quite a few different, like, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors on here. And on the back it'll tell you like the use for it, the class, the action, like how it actually works within your body, the adverse reactions, and like things that you should keep in mind, like as far as like patient teaching or what you should look out for as a nurse. I think these are extremely helpful. So I do recommend using the Pharm Flash to help you with pharmacology. Our school, they had this as part of what we had to buy for the course, and I definitely will say that this was worth it. Like I said, as far as Med Surg, I do have plenty of videos about that, how you can use your book to study, how you can write out different charts to study. It's out there. I have the information out there, and I will put a link down below. But if you have further, like more specific questions, like I'm having an issue learning this specific thing, then ask me that. I ain't no teacher, y'all, but I mean, I can do the research, I can look it up and, you know, refresh my brain and come up with a video for y'all. So just be as specific as possible as far as like what you specifically need help with. But really, when it comes down to studying, you just need to just be in the information. You need to read it at home. You need to look over your notes. You need to record lectures. You need to do NCLEX questions, do questions in the book, talk to your professor, do study groups. Just keep doing as much as possible so you can see what fits you for that class and that particular teacher. Like, you just have to do it. That's really what it comes down to. I don't know if that sounds weird, but you just have to really just do the work. You have to be in nursing school. You got to be in it. Like, your whole being needs to be in nursing school to do well. But if you have anything specific, please post that for me, you all. All right, so Tiara said, how do you not procrastinate as much? How to stay focused at all costs? Okay, so this is something I think we all struggle with, because we feel like, oh, we have time, you know, I got time, or I deserve a break, I've been working so hard. With me, with procrastination, like, especially since I go to school, well, right now I'm not taking classes, but when I was taking classes, you know, being pregnant, having a baby, being a wife, working full-time, doing 2 YouTube channels, and then working to build those channels, it's just like, what the heck, how do I do it? But when I was in nursing school, you just literally have to, whenever something pops in your head, just work on it right then and there. You know, it's just a matter of, you just have to make up in your mind that I'm gonna do this. And really, you have to find out like what time of the day is the most productive for you. So me, if I get things done in the morning, like I feel so good, like, oh my goodness. Like lately I've been walking daily with my daughter, so even if we don't do it every single day, we at least do it like 5 days a week. And if I don't get up, get her together, and start putting on my clothes right away, I will not go out. If I just sit back and be like, oh, I'm gonna get out there, I'm not gonna do it. So I have to like make myself do it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just have to do it whenever you're the most productive. Some people, they're more productive late at night. They like to stay up late. Nobody is asleep in the house. Everybody's asleep in the house. They like to stay up late, and then that's when they can focus. You have to find out when you're the most productive. If I wait, I noticed like when I would wait till the end of the day to do stuff, I'd be too tired, I'd be run down, and throughout the entire day I can barely like enjoy what I'm doing, because in the back of my mind I'm like, dang, I gotta study for this test. And the more that it's like lingering is the more that you just start putting weight on the situation. You're like, oh, I gotta do this, I don't feel like doing it. And it's like you start like, I don't know, it's like you talk yourself out of doing it because you just see, like, you dread it so much. But when you just get up and get it done, you feel good. You're like, oh, you know what? Oh yeah, I already studied today. I feel so good. And then when you have time, if you find that you have time later in the day, hey, you know what? I got some energy. Let me spend another 30 minutes studying. But if you wait all the way to the end of the day, there's no 30 minutes left. Like, you're not gonna have the time, you know. So for me, getting things done early it helps you. And making, like, study groups really helped me to not procrastinate as much, because I felt like we were all held accountable. I had a really good study group that I worked with. It took a minute to get these group of people together for us to actually find a good study group. I went through like maybe 2 or 3 different study groups, but once I found the women that I could work with that was like super, like, we all was ready to do it, it was so awesome. So, and I have a video on study groups. I have a video on everything, y'all. Just go watch it. I'll link that down below though. But working with other people really helps. And you have to constantly like put reminders out there for yourself. You have to write it down. If you wake up every single day and have like, I forgot what I was watching. They were like Mary Kay, you know, like Mary Kay makeup. They said every day she would write down 6 things that she wanted to accomplish that day. And you could do it by order of like what you prioritize the highest. And she was like, okay, by the end of the day, she was gonna get everything done. So it's kind of like you have to make yourself accountable. If you wake up and write down 6 things, 5 things, 3 really important things, and by any means necessary, you get them done. You put them somewhere that you can always see. Put them in your purse, put them in your wallet. When you take out money, bang, oh, I forgot, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. You know, put it in your phone, whatever the case may be. You have to keep reminding yourself that you need to get this done, because there's so many distractions. I'm even a distraction, but keep watching this video. This is a good distraction. But you know, Facebook, the internet, all that is a distraction. Like, I'm hungry. I used to use being hungry. Even before I did this video, I was like, girl, let's go eat something, and then I'm gonna sit down and do the video. I was like, no, take 20 minutes out of your day, do this video while the baby is asleep, and be done with it. Okay, you just have to, you got to push yourself. You have to push yourself. It's really no way around it, and you just have to do it. You got to do it, baby. I'm telling you, you got to do it. There's some tips and tricks, and you have to know yourself. You have to know, you know, like, you have to know what your distractions are. You have to know what's stopping you, and you have to just be fed up with not getting things done. Be upset with yourself for not getting things done. Okay, but don't beat yourself up, you know. But you have to be like, you know what? I know I can do better. I can do better. I got into nursing school. I didn't procrastinate on that. I got that done. Now I need to make sure that I have to do what I have to do to get done with it. And that's that, y'all. Just make it happen. But once again, if you all have specific questions, leave them down below. All right, so Tia, how do you adjust to life as a new nurse on the floor? And then somebody else, was it Shanae, said you took the words right out of my mouth. Okay, so I could do a whole video about this, but adjusting to life as a new nurse, it just takes time. You really have to, it just takes time. I have a video talking about like my top tips for new nurses, but you're gonna feel, it's like having a new job. You're gonna feel awkward, you're gonna feel out of place, you're gonna feel stupid, you're gonna feel like, oh my goodness, like, did I learn anything in nursing school? Like, what the heck, why am I here? You know, especially if you're around people that aren't supportive, if you're in like in a toxic work environment, it's gonna be hard for you to begin with, but just give it time. Give yourself time, be humble, and continue to stay in those books. You know, if there's something that comes up, you're like, dang, I don't know this drug, write it down. Keep a little notepad with you, write it down. When you get home, look them up, those type of things. Keep continuing to allow yourself to learn more and more. When a nurse does something, ask them why. If you get an order from a doctor and there's a nurse around that's a seasoned nurse and she seems like a nice person, or he seems like a nice person, ask, hey, why do you think they ordered that? Like, is that what they usually do? Like, you need to ask questions, be humble, be involved, be engaged, and just know that it's just part of the process. Everybody has to be new at some point. And that's like my biggest tips for you all. And go watch the video that I have up, girl. Yeah. But it just takes time, y'all. It's like going to a new job. You know, everybody hates going to a new job because you're just like, huh, like, I just want to know how to do it, you know, but it's part of the process. Okay. Okay, this is on my phone. I have to keep putting my passcode in every time. Okay, Desiree says, how do you pay for nursing school if you can't get financial aid or loans? I would say the biggest help would be your job. So if you already work in the healthcare field, a lot of places, if you're a CNA, CMT, patient care tech, whatever the case may be, they will help you pay for school. You just have to see. And there's also some jobs that have nothing to do with nursing that help with school. I think like, what is it? Is it UPS? I think they have a really good tuition reimbursement or like loan, not loan forgiveness, but they help you with school. So you just have to look at your employer, like use your employer just like they using you, you know. So just look at that. That's a big thing. A lot of times they won't tell you. And I talked about this in a video, I think how to prepare for nursing school or something like that. But they're gonna have to like put it in your benefits package, but they're not gonna like harp on it so much. You have to take the time to actually investigate and see what's out there for you. But also you could see about getting a personal loan as well. You could just save up. I know it's like, okay, duh, save up, but you have to figure it out. I'm in that situation right now where I'm working on paying off school so I can go back to school to get my RN, because I have to pay this debt off, and it's like I can't use financial aid for it because it's a pass, you know. It's a pass. I'm not in school for it, so you know what I'm saying, you can't use financial aid for like past debt. So I'm in that process right now. All I can say is you need to just figure it out. I hate to say it like that, but definitely look at your employer and see if they can help you out with it. You might have to go to like a community college and just do maybe 2 or 3 classes at a time. That's what I did and paid out of pocket. And then with the community college, at least where I go, they have like a financial plan where, say your tuition is like $800 for the semester, you would give them like, I think like a down payment of like 25%, and then you pay the rest off within like 2 or 3 months. There's like a little payment plan, so you can work with that. You can downsize the way you're living. You can also, you can look into, what is it called? I didn't qualify for it at the time. I don't even think I probably did qualify for it. I just didn't apply for it, but I didn't have any kids at the time and I was married. So, but it was people that were in my school that got something called WIA, W-I-A, here in St. Louis, and they got $5,000. For the people that were in Illinois, they got $11,000, and it was to help them to go to school. They had to like take a class every Friday for such and such amount of weeks, and they got the money to help them with school. So also look at government agencies and see if they can help you, especially if you have children or if you're already getting some type of government assistance. It can help you, but probably the easiest route is going to be personal loans. If you have 401k at your job, you can get a loan on your 401k. So say for instance, say you saved up in your 401k like $11,000. They will let you get a loan from your 401k to go towards whatever you needed to go to. You say it's a hardship, and you can put that towards school. I'm not, you know, condoning that, but that is an option. You know, it's an option to do. But look and see what's in your, you know, around your area as far as like government assistance, and look at your employer. Those I think would be the 2 things. And then also go to community colleges and just do as little as you can as possible. I think that'll help. Okay, let's see. Irene says, when did you decide to do BSN after your prereqs? What? When did you decide to do BSN after your prereqs? When do you do your RN board state exam and BSN exam? Okay, so I haven't gone for my BSN or my RN, so I'm in the process of doing that right now. I have to pay off a debt. Let me see. Tips. I think she might have been maybe you were thinking about that video that I put about Samira, where she had went from a dietary worker to getting her bachelor's. And by the way, she passed her NCLEX. Yay! So she is an RN with her bachelor's degree. So maybe you were thinking about her. Maybe you saw that video, or you just kind of saw it and you didn't watch the whole thing. But I'm not in school right now for that. So Katara, she says, I think that's how you say it, I'm so sorry. See, she says tips on juggling home life, baby, hubby, working, in school. Girl, you give me the tips. I don't know. You just have to prioritize. Like, even right now, with me not being working right now, I got some vacation time, like just me doing YouTube. You have to, I mean, you just gotta do it. This is like the thing with everything. You're not gonna be able to find a balance. You're not gonna be able to be happy with everything. You're not gonna be able to give everybody everything. You're not be able to give your all to everything and everyone. You just have to just do it. It's not, I used to think, you know, I want to be able to wake up at this time and get this, this, and this done by this time, and then do this, this, and this. And on these days, I do this. On these, that's how I wanted my life to look. Really, you all. Like, I wanted to have such an organized, focused, routine life, and that doesn't work for me. That doesn't work. You know, you have to just, whenever you got time to do something, do it. It's been times where I be sitting down. It be me, Chris, and the baby. We just sitting down watching TV. I'm like, Brandy, get up. Go grab your laptop. You need to start doing some posts for Instagram. You need to start editing a video. Get up. Or I just be laying down like, oh, baby, sleep. Let me take a minute to relax. Brandy, take a nap for about 20 minutes. Then wake your butt up and go do what you got to do. You know, something like that. Like, you have to, you just got to push yourself. And you're not going to be able to find that balance. You just have to really prioritize what's the most important thing. And if you're in school, I hate to say it, school is going to be the most important thing over your family and over your job, because school is just a short amount of time within your life that you need to hustle. You need to get things done. You know, with your kids and your husband or your spouse or whatever and your job, like, I hate to say it, like, you have time to, you know, get things done with them and to build on those relationships. But with school, that's just like a small part of your life that you have to just say, you know what, family, job, husband, hold on real quick. I gotta focus on this. I love you. And when I have time and when I make time, you're not gonna have the time. You gotta make the time. When I make the time, I'm gonna give you my all. But I gotta focus on this for the next year, for the next 2 years. I just have to do it. You know, it's just a small part of your life that you got to get things done. You know, they're not going to understand. Only people that don't really understand is the people that's at your nursing school that y'all can, you know, rant and moan to each other about things, you know, but your family not going to get it unless maybe you're married to a nurse or something like that, or somebody in the healthcare field, or somebody that's going through school. They're not going to get it, you know. But just, you have to sacrifice. That's really what it comes down to. It's really not a balance. It's a sacrifice. At least I believe so. But what I will say is, when it's time to study, study. When it's time to be with your family, be with them 100%. You get what I'm saying? That way you're not trying to spread yourself completely thin. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, you need to, because if you're with your family and y'all supposed to have actual family time, not just sitting around watching TV. I mean, that could be family time, but when you with them and y'all going somewhere, don't be thinking about, oh, I got this test tomorrow, I can't, you know, you need to just give them your attention, give them your time. And when you're doing schoolwork, you can't sit here and think about, oh man, I wish I was with my kids, or man, like, my husband's gonna be mad because of this and this and that. You gotta focus on what you're doing. You just have to do it. And it's hard to do that, because especially as women, you know, we're supposed to be super women. We're supposed to be able to get everything done, make everybody happy, and we ain't even supposed to say nothing about it. Just sit back and be like, oh, I'll do whatever I need for my family, for my job, for school, for my life. And you gotta look beautiful throughout the whole process. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not the way life is. You gotta just get things done. And I still have yet to, well, I did go to school and work while I had Madison. Yeah, I did do that. But as far as like nursing school, I have not had to conquer that yet. Nursing school with a baby. Now it's gonna be 2 babies, you know, and my husband and everything like that. But yeah, that's my spiel about it. Once I'm able to actually live that life more and more, I will be doing a video about it. So yeah, that's that. But good question, girl.